Hello there, everyone. I'm tired. Can you
Same.
tell? You tell?
Yeah.
I'm also really cold. It like finally snowed in Canada, like bad snow. So I'm like cold. It was like negative
Ooh.
13 degrees, which I don't know
Ooh.
what that is in Fahrenheit. Oh, sorry, but it is freezing. Absolutely
That
freezing
sounds
snow.
terrible. It was 50. It's getting for Vegas it's getting cold. It's supposed to be 29 Fahrenheit the next couple days at night and like barely reach 50 here, which is cold for us. So it's going to be we might have some pipes burst.
Oh
Should be a good
no.
time.
Oh gosh.
Can't wait. Not my pipes though.
Oh, she be
Should be
piping
running water.
to
Should be
warmth?
running water. Hmm?
Oh. Hi,
If
cutie.
you run the because we're the desert and we don't know how to do anything, if you run the what keep the water running, just turn
Oh,
it on just a little bit. It helps not
it'll
freeze your
help.
pipes out. Yeah.
Oh, clear the
Yeah.
pipes that way. Let it run a little bit. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Things I never had to think about because it's so cold here all the time. Hi. Hi everyone. My name is X-Ray Girl. This is Tugs. This is Chair. She's around.
I had to open
There
day
she is.
14. I just realized I didn't
Oh,
have any water.
nice. So we get wine.
We're gonna get wine instead.
That makes so much sense. I love it. I love it. Negative 13 is 8.6 Fahrenheit. Oh, you sound like you're pretty
Ew!
cold too. Yeah.
Ugh.
Thank
That's a
you,
no. That's
Tara,
gonna be
for
the
that.
first dog.
But yeah.
Well, this is
Uh,
a white one. Well, bottom
what is
cup.
it? What kind of wine do you have?
It's called Snow Fort, day 14 of my advent calendar. It's a white blend from Portugal.
Nice. Also, I'm noticing some bling on your finger.
Mm. Yeah, you like this? We were at the arcade, and our first date weekend, by the way, second day technically, we went to the arcade at the Excalibur, and you get points. You play arcade games, you get tickets, and I jokingly was like, "Oh, you should pick me out a ring."
Oh, okay. So this is
So
the first
I
ring you
wear it.
ever
I
got.
can't wear it all the time because sometimes my fingers get swollen and it's really really little. Like my fingers are a little bit. So today is a good ring day. So I'm wearing it today.
Nice, nice. All right, let's say hi to the chat. We got Corey, Tara, Frank.
Hey.
Gamer, Shield Wall, Andrew's here. Jeff of the Mountains is here. Maybe one day Alaskan Jeff will join, but I don't think he will like our debauchery in this stream.
Ooh, that's probably true. Apologies in advance, Alaska Jeff.
Yes. Nomi, hi, buenos noches, y'all. Mark is keeping the heating down so he can warm you up X-ray. It's not helping because he's not here to warm me up. Although it'd be a little weird and awkward. What would you think if just Mark was here to be like rubbing my arms and warming me up?
I'd be okay with that. I could have Duke come up and do it too, and then we'll have
Okay, okay. I feel like it might get too hot, and then the cameras would have to turn off and turn off the stream. Okay, anyways. All right, who else is here? Got Smile. Ooh, Lone Star Wolf. Front Porch is here. Oh my goodness, Keck is here. Paul. Got all the usual suspects.
the usual.
Hashtag one for X-ray.
People.
I had some wine earlier. Wait, what? I saw the G&G vineyard label in the intro video. Oh, wait. Yeah. I'm pretty sure
Oh
G&G
yeah.
could absolutely have their own vineyard.
We want to do that.
I would love to. There's a lot of red tape that comes with having alcohol.
You know what we could do though? You would have to be here for it though, or at the very least, I would need to get your input before I do it. I can look into. There's this place here called Grape Expectations. I think I've talked to you about it before.
Yes.
You can make and bottle, like you bottle your own wine and you make it, like you squish the grapes and everything. It's like a 6-month venture. Anywho, we could make our own wine and give away bottles.
Hey, are we allowed to give away? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Probably.
Right, with our logo on the label, a Poor Choices like red blend or something.
Maybe.
I don't know how that works. That was it because I don't know if we could sell it because I think we would need a liquor license.
Wow.
Give it away.
Chris Mack, I think vineyards take 20 years to become profitable. Potentially. I don't know. I've never farmed. Do I look like a farmer?
Yes, we're professional farmers. We play Stardew.
I wish it was that easy. Oh my god. Eldra says X-Ray Toe Jam 2023. Very good year. Blech. Blech. You'll only want it if we crush it with our feet.
Oh, well, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, we could tell you we did it. Would you know the difference? I don't think you would.
Wouldn't.
That's too dark. This is too bright. This is where I'm at right now.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I think it's because the white sweater and the brown part of the sweater kind of contrast each other.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, also, thank you for the compliment. I saw the compliments on my hair. I showered and I washed it.
You know what? Showering does wonders for a person.
It does great. It's getting pretty healthy. I started using man shampoo. Let me tell you what. I think these men are onto
The
something.
5-in-1?
Yeah, with their
12-in-1?
5-in-1 dry skin lotion, body wash, and whatever. Yeah, it's yeah.
Mm.
I think so. Duca's got me glowing.
Maybe. And
good.
we need a fall into liquor category for licenses. No,
I
only if
think
we distribute. I don't know about.
Well, I think to sell it. If we were to do this and then we were to sell the bottles, like, oh, Poor Choices, limited edition to 25 bottles or however many we make. I think we have to have a license.
Yeah. And then what if a health
What if we do a
inspector comes?
giveaway? We could do
No.
a random member giveaway. I think we could do a giveaway. I don't know how that works. It would probably have to come from Nevada, not from Canada.
Well, I would only have to give it to you from hand to hand. It's not from the store, not from anything. That's probably
I mean, I could ship it because I mean, I've been shipped wine here, so that's technically a gift. You know what I mean? Like I didn't buy it from them. Like Tara shipped me wine, so I mean, it can happen. We just do it as a giveaway. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, so we were talking last week about women's assets, and we had a lot of things lined up.
Oh yeah,
A
and
lot
we
of
got
things
to
lined
none
up.
of them because it was such a good conversation.
So I thought we would do part 2 just so that we could. There's one particular article, which is the first article we're going to look at, that kind of apparently has a scientific reason as to why men objectify women. And let's just say we objectify men, okay? We objectify men. I don't think that there's like this whole thing where it's just one-sided. We're just not as catcally. Although nowadays, look at She-Hulk, look at a lot of different movies. Women are catcalling men probably even more than men are catcalling women.
Yeah.
And they don't think their behavior is disgraceful.
They're the bad people, right? They're the misogynists.
Only women can catcall men.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at your abs. They're so good. Take that shirt off. Well, actually, I don't mind doing that. But, I
mean, listen, the difference also, too, is I feel like for the most part, men don't care. Like, they get very excited about it. We've talked about this before.
Well, right? and men love the compliments, right? Men don't get enough compliments.
No, and they remember 40 million years later.
Yeah, so
40 million years. As I'm being exaggerating, you shush. Yes, I have a cat in a sweater. And the matriarchy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What are we gonna call it? Masculinism? You know how like feminism? Masculinism?
This is Nomi, I'm rooting for you and Max. I really am at this point. Like, girl, slide in those DMs. I'm rooting for you.
Come into the chat, please.
I'm gonna say hi. Oh, here, let go.
Yeah.
Say hello. I
got so cute.
So miserable.
He looks so ratty.
Yeah, she's kind of a hot mess. She's been struggling with her diet, but her blood work came back normal, so I don't know what her problem is. Anyway, that's a whole nother stream. Well, too bad, Nomi. It's happening. We're rooting for you now.
I'm just waiting for him to pop into the chat so we can embarrass you, Nomi. I might have starred that comment.
Stars like Max, you're being summoned. Oh my God. Wait, where is it? That's not the one I wanted. Oh, there it is. Opposite of feminism is the manosphere, which sounds degrading. Listen, the manosphere, the red pill is starting to be borderline weird. Like,
I would like to call it proper equality. That's what I thought feminism was all about, which was all it was like, yes, feminism, yes, equal pay, equal rights. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Equal pay, equal rights. I want to just be an equal. But then we just go all the way across past that to become the man. I don't want to be a man.
It's gotten a little It's gotten a little much. It's gotten a little much. All right.
Yep.
So just relax. So, like, we have the extreme on the women's side, and now we have the extreme answer to that, which is the manosphere. Some of these guys, I'm like, y'all need to chill.
It's absolutely insane. So this article, Evie, has provided a lot of stuff for us. Thank you, Evie.
Shout
The
out to
reason-
Evie. We use their articles all the time.
all the freaking time.
All the time.
The reason men objectify women is actually scientific. How we evolved to be desirable. Evolutionary biology doesn't subscribe to postmodern ideologies. While we obviously don't condone men objectifying women, it is interesting to learn about why this occurs scientifically. And hey, back in the day, that's what happened. Girl, you got some nice birthing hips.
I still get told that.
Like, girl, you got some nice. She does. She's got some nice birthing hips.
I do.
And
I love how Evie has to be still as non-politically correct as Evie is for the most part. I love that Evie has to be like, well, while we don't condone men objectifying women. Yes, you do. If you didn't, you wouldn't be a traditional value magazine. That's what, listen, we're property in a way. It's fine. It's okay. We can be objectified. It's all right. Goodness gracious. Anyway.
And men are property too. We own them. I always tell Mark, what is yours is mine. So what happens when you get married.
Yep. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Evie should sponsor this channel by now. No, for real, Corey. We use their stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Shout
we start with
Evie
tweets.
Magazine.
And now we have articles.
I need to order their new this year's magazine that they've got going on.
I have to check it out at some point. Where did the article go? I'm lost it. I lost it. Ugh.
Oh, I can see it, but
there we go. Okay. Ever since the first Amber Rose slut walk in 2014, women marched in the streets riled up over sex positivity and rape culture. Grape culture. Sorry. I'm just reading this article. YouTube. It doesn't matter what we have on, but it's still not an excuse to come and touch me inappropriately or assume I want to F you because I don't. I agree with that. I don't think that because I wear something super sexy that you should touch a woman. But just know that you're going to get unwanted attention.
Or is it unwanted? Is it you dress that way for a reason? I'm just
that's just not wanted from that person. She wants it from someone else that she deems worthy.
I bet you. Let's paint a scenario here, Amber Rose. Let's go back to, I don't remember the outfit you were wearing. I do remember it was pretty, like, even I was like, ooh, girl. Anywho, walking around now. Let's top NBA player comes down. You walking down the street and you're like, oh, girl. You're gonna be like, yes, daddy. But if it was just some normal average guy doing that, she's like, I didn't do this for you. Ew.
But that's the thing. It's unwanted because she doesn't deem you worthy.
Exactly. She doesn't deem you worthy. Exactly.
That's the reality. So, and everything everyone does can be deemed creepy or lovely, you know? Someone gives you a gift after a first date, creepy to some people. If you don't feel it, lovely.
Yeah. She dressed that way for a reason. That reason was not for her. I don't care what we girls say. We don't dress for ourselves. Not that way. Okay, come on. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Okay, continue. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be quiet.
Let's see. As someone who is unquestionably pro-woman, I will say that her fury over real cases of sexual assault and rapes is totally valid. But that being said, there has to be a line drawn for radical feminists who wail about slut shaming and objectification at any chance. Oh, I hate when people just all they do is complain. The rears. What is it? Don't run through the Serengeti with bacon underwear. Oh my god! I wonder why lions are eating your butt.
This is a great analogy.
That is great. Oh my god!
If you were wearing a meat suit, walking through a lion pen and getting chomped on, you wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, misogyny." You'd be like, "I put a meat suit on, and I got."
That's probably not a good idea.
This is a great analogy. Just 5 stars for you, Shield Wall.
Oh my god.
Well done. I can't. Well, I could
Uh
not have said that any better myself. You win. Shield wall wins. Okay.
Especially when they're in their self-proclaimed slut era and purposefully dress in a promiscuous manner while adopting trashy behavior to gain the attention they apparently despise. And that's the key. To gain the attention they apparently despise.
It's for attention.
All for attention.
Attention.
No, I'm not excusing men for disgusting and predatory behavior. Women don't deserve poor treatment or harassment whatsoever, but wouldn't it be helpful to get to the root of what causes this instinct to men to begin with? What if men simply can't help but see women in what radical feminists would bemoan an objectifying light? If we're to trust the science, reason why men objectify women is valid, and we actually evolved this way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And I mean, it is true. We did, base a
Yeah.
lot of physical traits. Like, for another example, those people on 90 Day Fiancé, besides the money aspect, isn't it about the physical aspect? Some of them can't even talk to each other.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Right? They're not communicating with each other. So the woman, okay, so the foreigners that want to come to the US, usually it's for money. Okay? I get it. Older person, kind of weird. I don't know, loner type. And then you get the men who are going after these women
Mm-hmm.
or foreign men who are hot. And they can't talk to each other.
And they can't talk to each other.
So if that show tells you anything, that is the basis of every relationship. Physical. To start with. Of course, things change throughout the time as you get to know each other. Okay. I really just want to skim through this. Studies have shown that images of women in bikinis actually cause a region of the male brain associated with tool used to light up. That what's one caveman's stone tool is a modern man's power tool. Human evolutionary theory from similar lines of research suggests that men see women as objects as it relates to their apparent fertility. Is that a shock? Is that a shock?
No.
We've been talking about this for like the longest time. Even Pearl, the last video we watched.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you're older. You're not as, wealthy in what you can offer. Interesting, right? Interesting.
Elizabeth is like groundbreaking. I literally read this in a groundbreaking. Here's my shock face.
We didn't know that. We didn't know that. Oh my god, we got a fan of 90 Day Fiancé. Argo, 90 Day Fiancé tends to be a trash fire I can't look away from.
Listen, they all
We love
are,
it.
and I'm here for every single bit of
We
it.
love it. And that show really personifies this article, in my opinion.
Yep.
These would be cues like smooth skin, narrow waist, curvaceous bodies, bodies. So if you showing that off, a man's gonna go, "What's that the gif?"
Oh, that.
Yummy, yummy. Furthermore, science has demonstrated that our brains have a biological tendency to pick women apart and see them in parts, but view men as a whole. Both genders do this. And that's why we have the butt man and the boob man.
That's true.
It's true. It's true. Girls, what did we say? Oh, I like shoulders and chest and like everything. I want to feel like safe when they wrap their arms around you. Is that making sense yet? These findings are glaringly consistent with inherent conventional wisdom, but feminist theory would assert that this is problematic and must be changed. It's not necessarily something that can be controlled. However, as the association is a byproduct of natural evolution. That's the one thing I find really weird is that like a lot of these activists are going against human nature.
Mm-hmm.
And because they are usually the loudest, they get heard more, even though they're a minority number.
Yeah.
And although I will say feminists are probably a little larger than some of the activists that we've heard about in our sphere of the nerd world, they used to make sense. They used to make sense.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. And now they've gone too far. They've gone too far.
Yeah.
Because when they say, like, it's your fault that you're hitting on me, well, two can play that game.
Yeah.
Two can play that game. If I'm hungry, I'm a lion, and you run around in that bacon underwear.
Listen, you're gonna get eaten, okay? Golly.
What did Jeff say?
Whimper.
Tug sounds like she's disappointed in women who are pushing this feminist agenda in 2022. I think that we're like, I would say Tugs probably is definitely disappointed. I'm just disappointed it went too far. Like, you know, there's the meter, and we were supposed to go to 100, but we broke it and we're at 150%.
Yeah. And now we're being replaced as women. We're being replaced
by
with
men
pretending to be women. And it just is. And look, I am disappointed in the women who are pushing that. And it's not just the 2022 feminists. It started back with the bra burning and all of that stuff in the 60s and 70s and the free love movement. It all started. And I got very lucky. I got very, very lucky to find somebody as late as I did with Duke. But I objectively am old as far as like, you know, children and stuff. And I know people are going to say, oh, well, I know this person. Blah, blah, blah. Objectively, as a whole, we're not, as a whole, right? Women are in their prime in their 20s. You get to 30 and then it's like, you now have more baggage and like all this stuff. And that's all because, and I'm not playing the victim, but it's all because we get into that mindset. I got into that mindset and I snapped out of it and I got lucky. Mm-hmm. But that's not going to happen for every girl, you know, who wake up one day in their mid 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, and go, oh crap. You know what I mean? And that's because we're being pushed to a certain thing. It started with our moms. My mom, she fell for it. You know, it just is, it's all these things and it just lines up and lines up and lines up. And it's gotten so much worse. And now we have to fight off men pretending to be women on top of it all. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Anyway, here I am.
Nothing says feminism like saying men make better women than women. I know, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Ooh, Smile says this has been the goal of feminism since the beginning. Just go read literature that Sanger wrote. Ooh.
Margaret Sanger is a rabbit hole. Let me tell you what, that woman, buddy. Yeah, here's a fun thing. We're going to sidebar for a second. Speaking of Margaret Sanger, everybody who knows about Margaret Sanger knows that she is not even low-key racist. She is racist. She founded Planned Parenthood, the birth control pill. She was part of that whole thing. Anyway, go into Planned Parenthood's Instagram and just scroll through it and tell me why it's geared toward women of color. Go ahead. You can see it. It's blatant. All their models are women of color. All their color schemes are women of color schemes. Right? Just go take a gander. Yeah, but Margaret Sanger, that whole thing's not true. Okay. Quiet Paint became a YouTube member. Yay! Thank you. Welcome. Hi. You came into quite the rant. We've detoured a little bit. That was my fault. Anyway, just go take a gander. Go to their Instagram and just scroll, and you're gonna be like, interesting. I'm just throwing it out there. It doesn't matter how well men dress up like women. Women are still better women than men will ever be. Facts. Agreed. I agree. Yes, I know. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I heard about the Henry Cavill news. This is unfortunately not the channel for that. I'm sure Ryan will go on a rant. You guys can go rant with him. But I hear you. It'll be fine. You know what this means, though? It's open for him to be Bond. So we'll just keep that. This has been the goal. Evil woman. Seriously, for those of you who don't know, she was, what is the word that I'm looking for? Eugenics, I think is the word. She was eugenicist. Go fall down that rabbit hole. I'm telling you, birth control pill, all of it is just all bad. Here we go. Chris will sum it up. She was a eugenicist and she specifically wanted to kill Black babies to stop them from becoming a larger percentage of the U.S. population. Yes, but not just, and yes, that was her initial goal, but she also, if you read further into it, it wasn't just African-American babies. It was the poor as well. So yeah, poor. So she's something. Anyway,
Interesting.
yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, Planned Parenthood was called the correct when she found it.
The Black Project. I don't know what else to call it. Well,
Imagine that we're more than a dress and hairdo. Why can straight men understand that, but trans women don't get it? Dude, listen, you're speaking, preaching to the choir here. I know. I don't understand. Like Dylan Mulvaney's over characterization of what a woman is. Although I will give Dylan Mulvaney props. He went and bought tampons and was like, I'm never going to use these, obviously. He was like, but I was in the women's bathroom and somebody asked me if I had one and I didn't. And I felt so bad. Like, as a woman, I should probably have one or two, just in case. So shout out to him, her, for being self-aware that way. Like, mad props. But yeah, anywho, sorry, back on.
no worries. No worries. So nature versus nurture. Apparently, the White House Council reports on women and girls propose that men that are more exposed to objectifying depictions like magazines, TV, pornography, the more they will think of women as entities that exist for men's sexual gratification. So I guess that's just a proposal. It wasn't actually a study being done, although because it didn't say it was a study that was done,
Yeah.
right?
No.
I wonder if that is true. I wonder if someone actually did a study that's like that.
I'm sure. There's studies everywhere. I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't keep track.
Okay, so let's just skip that. It's kind of backwards in society. We're confusing men en masse through evolutionary pressure. When a woman makes a choice to show off her body in revealing clothes, like a naked selfie, then turns around to cry objectification. Many women defend this choice as a way to empower themselves or show off their body acceptance. But if we're really honest about the intention, isn't some of it tied to a response that'll get from men and women
Yes.
alike when posting? That
It's
is what it is.
attention. It's exactly what it is. It boggles my mind. Man, the more I fall into like you guys call it, like the manosphere, the red pill, whatever, the more I listen to I really like Pearl. I like her stuff. The more I listen to these guys, the more I live with one that I'm into. They have a very it's a very black and white view of things. Like they're very logical. So to them, logically, a woman wearing a certain outfit that reveals certain things that, and with her, and all this stuff, that only means one thing, right? Logically, you're doing this, right? Logically.
Mhm.
Logically, a caterpillar goes into a cocoon and turns into a butterfly. That is how that happens. Logically. The caterpillar doesn't go into the cocoon and come out a moth. It goes in, it becomes a butterfly, right? So that's A, B, C. So they're thinking in their heads, well, you're doing A, B, and C. This equals D. There's no other. So we're confusing them by being like, oh no, you don't know. That's A, B, and C does not equal D. A, B, and C equals X. What are you talking about? Like, you wore that outfit for a reason. The attention. Whether you wanted the attention or not, now all of a sudden you're getting the attention, you don't want it anymore.
It's
And that's
like
what you wore the outfit.
those girls who they do a regular post and then they do the sexy post. The sexy post gets 2,000 likes and the regular post gets 1,000. They're like, "Oh my god, I want that attention." So what are you gonna do? You're gonna post more sexy selfies. The dopamine hit of praise and acceptance and attraction is inevitable. What comes from dressing or a lack of dressing this way, online and in real life. If a woman wants to be thought of as more than just her body or sex appeal, wouldn't it make sense for her to dress more demurely? It does. Dress your value. If you want to be of men attention, you know what you do. You know what to do, girls. Men always hope it equals the
We
D.
know.
Quit doing the ABCs if you don't want the D, lady.
Listen, that was not my intention, but I'm glad that you guys are picking up my inside unintentional joke there. Hi, Fox. Welcome in.
Oh my god.
Why else do women get a boob job? Well, it's for me. No, it's for the attention, whether it's from men or women, because the women go, "Oh my god, your boobs look so good. They look so good. Are those fake?"
Yeah, they're so perky. They're standing up on their own. Sometimes it's so obscene so that they know, that they got a boob job. All right, so Demira is becoming passé as the slut walk sneaks into more aspects of modern women's lives than a yearly event. Oh gosh. I guess that's like going to the club. Being a slut is not about your body count. It's an aesthetic, a state of mind, a way of being. That makes me want to puke. A state of mind, a way of being. So you just want to be a slut just to feel what? I don't know. Empowered, I guess is the word. They want to feel empowered by this choice that they feel good off of. Acute dopamine. Not long term. This is not long term.
Yep.
George goes on to praise playlists with titles like Whore Anthems, the trend of hashtag slut talk on TikTok, DMing erotica, wearing cheek scraping shorts. Ooh. Is that why the butt cheek falls out of it? Never understood that.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't understand any of this. Well, now women are posting like their body counts. Did you see that trend that was going around for a little while? I guess
Really?
now I was watching Fem Sapien dropped a video today. Allie, shout out to Allie, that apparently Tinder. I don't know if Tinder like recaps you. I don't know where this information is coming from. I missed that part, so I'm gonna have to do more research. But these girls were dropping like their Tinder, like posting on social media their Tinder stats. And the one girl that really got the manosphere like up in arms, one girl swiped right on, I think it was, well, I'm just going to throw a number because I don't remember the exact one, but she swiped right on like 537 guys. She swiped left on 14,000 guys. So that's a no. For those of you who don't know, left is no, right is yes. On only 500 something guys. Swiped left on 14,000. Went on 200 and something dates with the ones that she no.
In 1 year?
Matched with like 200 of them, like back and forth. Out of those 200, so she was swiped yes on 500, only got 200 matches roughly. Out of those 200, went on 100 and something dates and slept with like 35 of those guys, all within like a 6-month period.
Oh, 6 months! I thought this was a year.
It was. I have those numbers wrong because I can't remember exactly. But I was
God.
like,
This makes me think of, you know, like a year in review, but your Spotify playlist.
Yeah,
but like
so
your Tinder. Exactly. Oh my God.
It was something like that, but for Tinder, I don't know if they like are sending girls or sending you, like if you use Tinder, I don't know if they were sending you specifically.
Maybe she had a you know how they have premium, like a version of a premium. So maybe she has it. That's insane.
I guess. I don't know, but yeah, and so these girls are like posting my Tinder profile. This is what I did in a year or whatever it is. And she's like, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't post this stuff because it just makes you look like you're for the streets, but what do I know?
Yeah. And think about this. Think about this. You know how when you think of in movies, I don't know if you guys do this in real life, like males, when you're like, oh yeah, I slept with all these girls, they're all so hot. Yeah, all through university, blah, blah, blah. This sounds like bragging at that level. Oh my God, I went on this many dates, I had this much and slept with like, why? Why brag about this?
I don't know. It was bonkers. I'll see if I can find the video so we can get. But the numbers were just like, it's and Allie's just like, why are you bragging about this?
Oh my God, Southern, thank you for this. My husband is doing the math. That's a new guy every 5 days. That's just nasty. Get to know their name first. At least.
And I'm definitely wrong on some of the numbers. I know 14,000 swiping left on 14,000 guys. That's correct because I remember being like, I didn't know there were that many people on Tinder, but okay.
I mean, she might be in like New York, LA, those big cities.
Probably LA. Maybe even here too. Vegas is a big city.
Yeah,
so.
like I'd say even Toronto, you could probably get that depending on how big your radius is. Oh,
I can't. Hello, lady. No, but here's a different shield wall. I mean, us girls will say, no, it's not cool. One, I don't see many guys doing that. Maybe like the top 5 to 10% of men, like your Jeff Bezos type of guys, like Elon, those guys, maybe.
But like even they don't do something that cringe though.
I bet there's guys out there like Andrew Tate, Elon Musk, all those guys that are, look at what's his bucket. Nick Cannon's already got like 8 different baby mamas. It has been like 3 months. Anyway.
But that's another story.
We've talked about this before. It's different for you guys. It's not, it's you guys are whatever. You can compartmentalize, you put things in boxes, you don't care. It's not the same.
Yeah. Well, I think the other difference, at least for myself, is see no evil, hear no evil, know no evil. So if I don't need to know about your past and you're clean right now, what does it matter? Brought you to who you are. So, and like Mark and I, we've never really talked about our past in numbers or anything like that because I would rather not know because if he talked about mine, I'd feel like have to talk about his and the stuff. Why does
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
matter? Why does that matter? We talk about the more important things, like things that have affected us and made us who we are to bring us to this point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Guys who do that, you guys could do that. I still think it's cringe, but I
Yeah.
think that it's,
Yeah.
when you go to talk to your boys, this is what happens. Girlfriends, we talk to our girlfriends all the time about our dates. Still gonna
Mhm.
do it, right?
Yeah. See, Fox, yeah, it's more mechanical. It's so easy. It's easy for you guys. And I don't mean that just like mentally, right? It's not the same. I mean that it's literally easy. It's oh, look, I'm ready to go and I'm done by.
Yeah,
We take a lot of work, both physically, we just are built that way. And there's a reason we're built that way
yeah,
because it's a much more of a connection for us, you know. I feel like if roles were reversed and we were going in your body, you would probably feel the same way,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but you're not, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but yeah, I find it a little woo, but I also get it. I
Yeah.
understand. Not my thing, but
Hey,
mm,
it's good to learn about people's past and all the stories. So I'm not asking, okay, Mark, out of how many people you date, how many percentage have you had sex with?
yeah.
Nothing like this girl's 6 months Tinder
Well, and I think
crusade.
for the most part, as a whole, now obviously there's exceptions, you know, depending on the number. I think for the most part, us girls don't really tend to care for the
I love
most
that.
part. You know what I mean? Like you assume a guy has had a bunch of sexual partners, and so you don't really, it doesn't really bother you as much unless it's in the triple digits. Then you start to be like, whoa, buddy, maybe you need to chill. As a whole, we women just don't care the way men do, and I get it. I
Unless
understand.
they're well, maybe
Yeah.
a feminist would actually want to beat the man's number. I don't
But
know.
yeah, no, but yeah, and they think that it's okay. But then it's like, is it okay? Because you're gonna compare let's say by some miracle you do find somebody that's like, I'm totally perfectly fine with your 50 women or men that you slept with in the last 6 months, like this girl, these 35 guys, right? I'm totally okay with it. I love you, whatever. The manosphere guys would call that a shrimp, which is possible. But let's say he's not. And then he says, you know what? It's totally fine. You, as a woman, are going to be like, you know, God, guy number 15 was just so good. You're always
Well,
going to be comparing. At some point, you're always going to be comparing, you know,
yeah,
and I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know.
Southern says, I saw a clip where they asked a group of Insta girls if they would give up Instagram for a healthy relationship. They all said no, then argued it wasn't about the intention.
Yeah.
Haha. unless your business requires for you to be on Instagram. It,
Yeah, but the difference is if you're in a relationship, like and it's your business, you then can adjust the photos you post.
yes. I mean,
Right.
even I'm before social media at this level was the thing for me where,
Mhm.
you know, I have to think about, okay, is this post too cringe? Is this too personal? All this stuff. Although okay, I guess sometimes I do cringe posts, okay? Dad jokes and all.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
The I don't put bikini shots out there,
Mm-mm.
especially when I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
I
Right,
almost
you
think
would
it's
change and
disrespectful.
let's say if you did, you know, for whatever reason, like you're an influencer, so maybe your product is your body, or maybe you sell bikinis. Either way,
Or
so you're
you're an
posting bikini photos.
athlete. I get that.
I get right? So maybe that's what you do. You post those photos and whatever your Instagram is that way. The minute you get into a relationship, you can adjust those bikini photos to not be on you. Maybe you get a model to wear them, or you cover up more, or
Not
you
as sexual
pose like this.
poses.
You pose like that, you know, instead. Right? Like there's ways to do it if that's your business. There's ways to do it. Adjust it. If you can't delete it for whatever reason, like if he asks you and says, "Hey, you know, I'm going to take care
No.
of you." You can delete that stuff. Like, please do whatever.
I've
Yeah.
seen a few of these posts or messages from people, shield wall. If you are with more guys, oh, you have the bigger chance you will not get the one that was the best. Wait, did I read that right? The more guys you have, the bigger chance you will not get the one that was the best. Yes. I agree with that.
Mm,
I agree with that.
the one that got away syndrome, yeah. Well, how many
Yeah.
girls, even like personally for yourself, or if not you, how many girlfriends do you know that have that one guy that they always go back to, no matter what?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't remember this. That didn't happen.
I remember it.
Yeah. You know what? That there were more photos that did not make it to the internet of me in that bikini. Okay? Hold the volleyball in the bikini picture at least. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's continue on. However, some media brands that you'd expect to be gung ho. Oh wait, yeah, gung ho with the latest feminist trends like feminist current aren't exactly cool with how blatant self objectification is being marketed as empowerment.
Mhm.
Interesting. Media brands are against this. Rather, they've recognized how it has gone too far and could instead be hurting women. They cited surveys that suggest young men have less egalitarian attitudes than their grandparents did, or that women feel increasingly more stressed about their body image. Yet, all of this has been happening while so called empowering hypersexualization sneaks its way into every aspect of our lives. I kind of have to agree with this, at least on the women's side. The people who post their, body positivity, they're still posing in ways to make their waist look skinny, their butt look bigger, all
Mhm.
of this. That's why I really love those, posts, like, where they do the reality Instagram.
Yeah.
Those are more fun, in my opinion, because not every girl has a waist that size. It's because they go that booty lean forward thing move.
Yep.
I don't really know what it's called. Ah, um, we can't write off evolutionary biology, but we can strive for better. Okay, we can, but you got to still understand that it's ingrained in your body, just like it's ingrained in our body to look for someone who's emotionally available, will take care of us, whether it be physically, get food for us, financially, again, get food for us, with a shelter over our heads. That's why we go for men who are like better off in general.
Yep.
But yeah. Oh my goodness. With the end of this article, Front Porch Conservative for $1.99. Let us pause for a team drink. Cheers. Cheers. Thank you.
It's not bad for a white. This box, let me tell you what, you guys, this advent calendar box, 10 out of 10. Honestly, so far, 10 out of 10. Target, $50. Throwing it out there.
Nice.
Anyway,
Nice. Thank you, Front Porch.
thank you, Front Porch.
Still waiting for Max to come in the chat.
Mhm. Body positivity, it's all a cope. You know what? This is a great segue into the Lizzo stuff.
Sure. Let's go into
I mean,
Lizzo.
I don't know if that's the order we wanted to go, but since we're there.
That's okay. So if y'all remember, in
Ooh,
June, Lizzo hopped on a plane and wore a very interesting outfit. So, legit side question: how do you ladies feel about a guy with gray or white hairs and their beards? I don't
we
mind
love
them.
it.
I don't mind them.
My man now has white gray, and
Oh,
he's gonna kill me
oh,
in his
Mark
beard.
does
And I'm
too. There's some people out there in the world. George Clooney. Ooh. There we go. Should I do this? Nomi, if you don't want me to, I won't.
don't do it, poor Nomi.
If you don't want me to, I won't.
Look at we mentioned Latina booty, and there he is.
Yeah. Hi, Max. Were you just lurking this entire time? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we love the salt and pepper. Look, listen, that's been a staple. Who was everybody? You ask, especially like our moms, maybe not so much our generation because we came to the tail end of it, but Richard Gere. Richard Gere was all my mother loved Richard Gere. Why? Because that salt and pepper hair, George Clooney, Richard Gere, George Clooney not so much way back in the day, but he's a silver fox. Who else? The nanny, the husband on the nanny had that white stripe in his hair, that grays, that silver foxtail stripe in his hair. 10 out of 10. We love that salt and pepper look. It's
There's
distinguished.
maturity, life experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Experience. Sure, sure,
See,
sure.
Richard Gere was hot. Right? It's that. Oh, we love it. We love it. Mel Gibson was a salt and pepper at one point. Actually, Mel Gibson, I think, is still mostly salt and pepper, depending on how he grows his hair out. But yeah,
And now we're gonna ruin the nice, beautiful thought we just had.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
When we're
so
talking about
sorry.
body positivity, poor Max.
Nomi didn't say yes or
And
no,
Elliot,
so I'm
yes,
just gonna
and
say
Elliot.
no.
Yes.
I'm sorry! So Lizzo getting on a private jet wore this outfit. It's
Well,
blurred out.
this was back in April. We know we're late on this, but it works in because we're talking about body positivity and dressing a certain way. And
Uh, People would not be able to board regular planes with this outfit. Also, do I want to sit on a chair after someone sat on a chair? Oh, she said yes. Oh, Max. Okay, before we go, let's
you
just stop sharing.
have at it.
All right, Max. You heard the lady. Take it off. Take it off.
We're objectifying.
We're objectifying you,
Objectifying is
Max.
happening in our chat right now. Nobody needs to slide in the DMs, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, I won't put the article back on, but I'll just read. Lizzo, full promotion of the launch of Yeti, her new shapewear brand,
What do you
and a
mean?
song posted her going onto her plane with that airplane attire. Blech. I mean, I'm all for body positivity, but that's just nasty.
Listen, I would think that that was gross if it was a skinny girl. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't
Sorry.
deal with it.
I don't want risk of smelling your butt. Hairs? You know, people have butt hairs. What if like you farted and like the underwear came out a bit? I don't know. That's just so gross.
It just I just don't understand.
I don't either. I am all for body positivity. This is you know that idea that this is 100%. This is like 150. It's too far. Too far.
Oh yeah, no, we know, Jeff. Here's the thing too. So I've been watching a lot of Just Pearly things. I can't tell you how many girls on her show say that Lizzo is a 10.
Shut the front door.
A 10. And they're like, and when asked why, their first answer is, well, she's confident. That doesn't make you a 10. What are you talking about?
They just want to be her. Well, and this is the thing. So she's launching her new clothing line, shapewear brand. So this is making a statement in itself. This is for attention, right?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
promoting a brand. I'm getting on a plane. I'm showing my butt. You can do this too.
Yeah.
Be
No,
like
and that's the
me.
thing. It's a private plane. So yeah, she was allowed to get away with the outfit because it was a private plane. Kudos to her. Like, who is she? Who are you trying to promote this brand to? I can't afford a private plane, so I can't wear your outfit in public like you just did. Like, who are you? Who? Meanwhile, on the flip side, just and Anna got called out in this article for comparing the two. Was she a model, like a supermodel, was flying a normal plane, wearing like a crop top and some sweatpants, and they made her cover up in her boyfriend's hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know one's public and one's private, but what? I don't understand. Like, what? At the very least, this model is aesthetically pleasing. Like, I'd rather look at her in a crop top than Lizzo. I'd rather look at like her in a crop top than me at sometimes. Okay, too much time. It's Christmas. We're dealing with it. It's fine. You know, I can't. And listen, ladies, dress for how you look. For the love of God, okay? Please.
I just want to look up a random thing in the
can't.
States. How many obese women are there?
Ooh, in the world or in America?
Just in the States. We'll just call it in the States because, you know, majority of the audience is in the States. So apparently 49.9% of non-Hispanic Black adults are obese.
That's crazy.
45% of Hispanic, then 41% of white adults, then 16% of non-Hispanic Asian adults. So she's marketing herself to a certain group.
Yeah, 40% of women in the United States. That's just the United States. I think the UK is right behind us.
Are you looking at?
40%. That's almost half the female population.
Hey, great marketing for that group.
No wonder we're all single and dying alone. Body positivity is a cope. It is a cope. It is a cope. It is a cope. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, the men, if you want somebody who's a certain high value of a man, or really any self-respecting man in general, they're not going to want to date you because whether or not it doesn't matter. They black and white guys, remember, they're looking at you going, well, she's lazy. If she can't even take care of herself, what makes me think in my brain that she's gonna be able to take care of kids, me, a house? Like, obviously she's lazy. She can't even, cook her own food. She eats junk food all the time because it's easy. That's why she's, 30, 40, 100 pounds. I almost said 30 pounds. She's 400 pounds, 300 pounds, 200 pounds, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. That's why Lizzo's single. Weird how that works, right? Isn't that weird?
Has she ever had a boyfriend?
No, I think he dumped her. Well, I don't know. He might be a simp too.
Oh.
If he is.
Well, there's those people who like the BB.
Don't get me wrong. I love me some
BW.
good chicky nuggets. Well, and that's everybody's argument, right? Well, there are men out there who like that. Yeah. Okay. The exception, not the rule.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the exception, not the rule. And the men that do like those women are going to be your average guys, not your top 10 to 20% men, which is what not every woman, but the majority of women are like, I want that one.
Oh my God, Wally.
Yes.
Well, also to be fair, they were in space for a really long time, a couple generations, so they also lost a lot of bone mass.
Those little chairs, those little floaty chairs. I see it every day.
We're just lucky that Lizzo didn't make the space suits for them.
Ooh, there's a fine line there, Brian. Here's the thing: the guys that are like the BBL guys, big beautiful ladies, BBWs, big beautiful women, whatever you want to call them, that's a kink, right? It's like the percentage of a population who's into that kink is probably here. The percentage of population who's into BDSM, which is also a kink, is here. Like, right? We have our kinks. That's not. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. There's a little more distance to travel if you're bigger. And so you can make it more pleasurable if you're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
If you want it longer. For every 10 pounds you're overweight, you subtract a year. Oh wow, from your life expenses.
Is it that much? Is that the facts, Jack? No way. Really? I knew it was bad, but dang. Well, I got 10 pounds to lose. Ooh.
Goodness. A doctor in the US will tell a 6-foot male who weighs 185 pounds he's overweight, 225 he's obese.
Now look, for me, I know weight can fluctuate depending on where you're obese. It's more body fat percentage, in my opinion. If you're 6 foot and you're 200 pounds, right? Let's go with an even 200, but 180 of that is fat, then yeah, that's a problem, right? 50 pounds of that is fat. That's probably a problem. But if you're 200 pounds and you look like The Rock, you're probably okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's definitely a little, especially in men, there's a balance there. And I think women kind of can be the same way. Like, I'm 5'2". So me being 140 pounds at 5'2" is a little on the fence. Whereas Extra Girl is 18 feet tall. So 140 pounds for her is nothing, right? That is because she's going to look really skinny at that. We know as a general, we're talking about general majority whole here, people.
Yep. I like my man with a little meat on their bones, more to cuddle with, but you can still be healthy and outgoing. I agree.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Mike, congratulations on baby number 15.
Congrats. You and Garrett, you guys are fighting for, Nick, what's his face?
Listen,
Cannon's
I'm working
title.
on getting one of my own so that all of our kids can grow up together. Okay.
Oh, that'd be so great. It'd be so
Mhm.
great. Ugh.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, BMI is not a good, measurement, but I think it's good for the average person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it's good for the average person. It's just something to work off of and doctors to fat shame you on. Oh, but Jesus. Okay, so we have one more article. Let me just bring this to the side. So now we're going towards someone who is literally arguing, I dress like a slut. Why my clothing has nothing to do with my self respect. Okay. Let me start by saying that as I write this, I'm wearing a pair of Daisy Dukes that barely covers my bottom and a tight tie-dye tube top that leaves most of my abdomen exposed. And
Oh
yes, I
Lord.
do go out in public like this. I've seen women dressed like me out on the streets just going about their day, photographed by strangers who then capture it with thought or slut or with some comments about girls needing to respect themselves. Learn to respect themselves. I've seen comments on selfies of women dressed like me, looking dang cute, might I add, as I do today, but about how if they're putting pictures like that of themselves on the internet, they're attention whores and no guy wants a woman who can't respect herself. My God, they're saying all the things that we're saying.
Right? Hello? We were just talking about this.
Oh my God, because they hear the same thing over and over again and they don't hear it. Oh
Be
my
you. That's
God.
what I want.
Epic Mike, do you feel the same way that people
Ooh.
are telling you you're an attention whore and no, a
Subscribe to
guy
my
won't respect you?
OnlyFans, you guys.
I've seen people make comments right in front of me about women dressed like I am now, about how no self-respecting woman would dress like that just to get men because it's all the wrong kind of attention. It
Mhm.
is all the wrong kind of attention. These men are looking you with a primal eye. They're not looking at you
Yeah.
being like, this would be a woman I'd love to settle down with. What qualities are you showing besides physical attributes that show you are going to be a good wife besides your birthing hips?
No, yeah, it's true. And look, like, here's the thing. We can. Everybody can do and wear and say whatever we want to. We
Mhm,
can. Nobody's saying that you can't, but you're gonna get the wrong kind of attention. You're gonna get the wrong kind. There's consequences to everything that we do, right? So if I were to come on stream and dress like Amaranth does, that's gonna bring in a whole different type of audience. And that's gonna switch the audience I have's mind into a different mindset, and it's gonna be all
mhm,
bad. Or
mhm.
what I would think would be all bad, right? She
Yeah,
obviously thrives. Good for her. But
yeah.
none of those guys, one, none of the guys that are in Amaranth's chat, let's pretend she's single for 5 seconds. She dresses like that. She does those things on stream. I don't need to name them. We all know what they are. The guys that are in her chat, she will never give the time of day in real life. For one, because they're simps. Two, if let's say for miracle's sake, some high value guy that's like in the top 10, everything that's checking off her box, he makes a bunch of money and he's 6 feet tall, he's 6 figures, he's 6 inches, whatever, right? And he comes in and he sees her, the he's not gonna wife her up. He's gonna hit it and quit it. Nobody wants to wife that. And that's the thing, right? So you can do whatever she wants. She can and she does whatever she wants. Her boyfriend is a simp. Period. End of story. For letting her do that.
Husband.
Letting her husband. Oh, is she married? Oh, even bigger.
Oh, there was some
Better.
drama. I'll tell you
Really?
after.
You know, I that's the thing, right? So you have consequences. And eventually, it would not shock me if she leaves him eventually because he's passive. He
Mhm.
supports her in everything she does. Okay.
Oh.
I've already
Oh.
heard it from Duke. I've joked. All I gotta do is just go on OnlyFans. He's like, Joey doesn't share his food, right? You will not, absolutely not. No. I'll get an extra job if I have to. You know what I mean? That's right. So that's if that's the kind of man you're looking for, maybe we don't post topless photos on the internet of ourselves because you're just sharing your food at that point.
Don't
I
share
don't
your
know.
food
I
with
don't
the
know.
lions.
I don't know what the sixes stand for. Hi, Eric.
I
Welcome
don't
in.
either. Hi, Eric. There are a few things that need to be cleared up in statements like that, like the fact that thought and slut are horrible sexist terms. Uh, The fact that women are allowed to feel good about themselves no matter how they're dressed without being labeled as wanting attention. And the fact that, believe it or not everything women do is for the attention of men. Well, it's for
Yes,
women
it
too.
is.
It's for women too. So you can be
It's
like,
for the
girl, I look
attention
hot.
period. Attention period. I hello. I've posted stuff for the attention too.
I know exactly. Every time. Oh my gosh.
We both do it.
When you're dating and he's not texting you back, so you put a fire selfie up so that he likes it, and then
You
you
do
know,
on the
oh,
story. Yeah.
I know he's watching it. I know he's liking it. He's
You
just
put on a
ignoring my
tight
text.
dress and you pose and you pretend that you're at the club out. I'm not thinking about nothing.
Yeah,
Hashtag
I'm have
cinema.
such a great life. It's for the like your
Yep.
Instagram is a capture of the best parts of your life. So you're putting out there, I have fun, I'm
Yeah.
sexy, I'm young, all this. It's basically
Yep.
your Tinder profile, but on Instagram.
Yeah. And it's for the attention. We all have done it. I'm not look, listen, I've done it. You
Yeah.
post on the story because you know he watches the stories, but he won't text you back because he's a tool.
Yeah. I
For
love
some reason, he
it's
likes
like
to date.
it's like the men in their cars that post all their car photos. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same
They want
thing.
attention. Sexist to men. What is the analogy I used last time? Sexist to men, what attention is to women. It's the same thing.
Mhm.
It's a little
Mhm.
hit of a dopamine high that means nothing in the long run. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't.
The ones that always keep coming back is the idea of self-respect. I think there's a fundamental understanding here of what self-respect is. My self-respect is, wait for it, the respect I have for myself. Okay. It has nothing to do with how you view me and my clothing.
If that's the
Oh,
case, you wouldn't be triggered. See, this
she's
is what
triggered.
kills me about these girls. These girls as a whole. These people. This is what kills me. You dress, act, whatever, a certain way. Well, it has nothing to do with how you view me. Well, if that was the case, why are you getting upset? Why are you
So
getting mad?
if you had more self-respect, you wouldn't care. And for
Yeah, if
one
you
thing, I think people who have self-respect don't really care to post on the internet,
yeah.
if you really care. I'm just saying, why do you need people to like your photos? Why do you need to share yourself if you respect yourself and want to, feel confidence? Why do you need to do that?
Yeah, social media as a whole, and look, I'm not even just talking about like nudie photos and stuff here, because Dr. Rachel brings up a point. If you didn't want attention, period, you wouldn't post on social media. Period.
Exactly.
The hot takes, right? Lofty. We all love Lofty with his stupid hot takes. He likes the attention. It's fun for him, right? It's fun engagement. That's why he posts those silliness all the time with the silliness. Okay,
Hmm.
it's validation, right? Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
You're just getting mad that people are saying this and it's triggering the
Mhm.
really deep, dark feelings that you have inside that you
Yep.
don't even know are there sometimes.
No, yeah, and it could all be subconscious. So who knows anymore, really? If she
Yeah,
had self-respect, she wouldn't feel the need to be writing this article trying to convince. She's exactly. She is
exactly.
trying to convince herself because if she truly didn't care. If she truly was like, "Oh, I don't care what they think. I'm going to do what I want." She wouldn't have written this article.
Hmm. Hmm.
You obviously do care. That's why you're getting triggered.
Exactly. I know who I am. I know that I am intelligent and compassionate. I'm a great communicator. I am hardworking and entrepreneurial. I'm passionate and I love to learn and I want to see the world be better. I care about people and want the best for them. I'm a good person that looks out for people I love and stands up for convictions. I always get triggered by this. When people talk about themselves like I am this, I am that. I'm a good person. I'm a genuine person.
You're convincing
Uh,
yourself.
I don't. I always feel weird when I think about like, okay, am I a good person? I want to inherently think I'm good, but I can always do better. By
I feel
shield
both.
wall, I don't know. I'd like to think I'm overall a good person, but I wouldn't say it like I am a good person. I've done bad in the world. I've hurt people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We
I,
all
I don't know.
have.
I always think this is a red flag when I see people say I'm a good person. No, you're not.
She does sound like a dating profile. Who says that Jeff said that? It does sound like
And she likes long walks on the beach. Oh my god. And that That is what gives me value, not how I dress. I respect myself because I know that I'm what I'm worth, and I treat myself accordingly. That's what self-respect is.
Mm.
And if you can't discern that, or if you think my clothing is somehow intrinsically tied to your worth, then you're the one who seems to be struggling with self respect because you're the one who can't see the worth that you have beyond how you allow yourself to be viewed by others. I feel sorry for you. Um, what you there are very few ways you can express yourself physically: clothing, hair, jewelry,
Yep. Like,
right?
listen, and we all have first impressions. I don't care what women want to say. We do. Women do it too. Men especially do it. Women do it too. If you see somebody walking down the street with a gold chain and super baggy jeans like halfway down their bum, what the first thought you're thinking is, "Oh my god, look at this
Yeah.
possible gangbanger," right? Right? If a girl is walking down the street and she's got like a little bonnet on, she's wearing a super long sleeve dress, like covering her ankles, you're probably thinking, oh, she might be like Mormon or Amish or something, right?
Yeah.
Right? We all have first impressions. It takes, what did you say last week or the week before? It takes 20 seconds for a first
20
impression.
seconds to make a first impression.
So
Sometimes
when you're
even less.
dressing like that or acting a certain way, that 20 seconds from the guys who just came into the bar or just came into the club or just came into the Christmas party or just came into the work and whatever are going, I could take that one home.
Yeah. And it's not even that, it's how you act, how you move, how
Yeah,
you express
it's all of
yourself.
it.
So, if you think that what we judge you for, your clothing, is part of your worth, then yes. Because
Mhm.
another thing that I look for when I dated was, are you someone who's flashy? Do I want to date someone who's flashy? No,
Yeah.
because they're going to be spending money like that. Money's gone. Oh my God, I want to buy that new watch. I want to buy that new thing. I want to be. Clothes are just, they go in the trash after a couple of years.
Wait, do we have a new member? Nomi, is that you? Wait, I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Maybe
Oh,
she.
we got Eric K with 5 new memberships. Oh my
Well,
gosh, thank
that's
you,
what's happening. I'm
Eric.
like, what am I seeing?
Oh my
What's
gosh.
going
Cheers
on?
to you, Eric. You know who's a good character? Eric K. Freaking Eric
Eric.
K.
Thank you, Eric.
Eric. Oh, there was more on the article. Well,
Hey,
yeah,
Lisa.
sometimes I dress like a slut and I respect myself. Get over it.
Is basically what she's saying.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old.
Oh,
Maybe I've been red pilled. I don't know what this. I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe it's all of it.
No, she goes into daughters. The worst is when people tell their daughters this, that they don't want to be like these women and it's inappropriate for them to have less cloth covering their skin when it's 9 degrees because it diminishes a woman's worth to do so.
It's true.
I my mom told me this. Leave some imagination for
Mhm.
their heads, because if you give it all to them, you know,
It's part of
they
the chase, right? Like
yeah,
part of the
it's part of the
chase.
chase. That's why a lot of guys, and this happens after they get it, they're like, well, on to the next, because men want to literally spread their seed out in the world. This is an evolutionary biology thing. Men can have hundreds, thousands of babies in a year, whereas women have 1 and maybe a third.
Yeah.
Our seeds are expensive in comparison to a sperm, which is cheap.
Yep. Pretty
So
much. Yeah.
that, if you think about it, biology
Yep.
wise, you want to literally spread the seed while the woman has to be super choosy on who they put
Yeah.
between them.
I mean, we should be more choosy. We aren't,
Yeah.
unfortunately, nowadays, but
Now
we
we're
should
like,
be.
this is the least choosy we've ever been.
Yeah.
Ever been. Wow, guys, Eldritch. It's disturbing. I'm just
Go
using the
forth.
verbiage they used in school.
Go forth. Fill it and spill it. Bop it and bop it. What is it?
Pump it and dump it.
What does the guy say on Pearl's stream? A pump and dump? Pump and dump.
Pump and dump. Yeah. Pump and dump it. But yeah. Like, look at Nick
No.
Cannon. He is the prototypical what you would expect a man evolutionarily to do.
Yeah.
Have as many kids
Yep.
with as many women. It
Yep.
also, population wise, that's good to have a diversity of genes out there.
Yeah.
So Yeah, we're not really showing assets today. I'm sorry about
The
that.
only assets we showed were Lizzo's, and I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
most people said no.
People were not here for that. So, yeah.
Oh, here, Chris Mack. You talked about evolutionary biology earlier. It's good to point out that guys are dealing with subconscious calculus of wanting to knock up every available woman in the vicinity. Yep. Yep. Because it's carrying on the gene onto the next generation. So that, yeah, Genghis Khan. Yes. Nick Cannon is the modern day Genghis Khan. Well, that's
Oh,
actually really
goodness.
disturbing.
Elon Musk is on his way too. But here's my thing though too, is I think to this point too, I it's a need, not a need. Is it a need? A biological need maybe, right?
It is.
This is
It
what you
is.
want to do. But I feel like we've also lost and pick a religion, doesn't really matter. I'm Christian, so I'm going to say God. We've lost God. We've lost Allah. We've lost whoever, right? Where the the value and the moral of your as a man, right? You want to do those things. This is why we had 10, 12 people say, well, we had 10, 12 children because they all died young. No, we had 10, 12 children because guys feared God, men back in the day, and women, all of us used to fear a God, pick one back in the day, but especially the Christian God, right? And adultery is a sin. And so instead of giving into those sins, we were fearful, we were God fearing, and so we stayed at home, right? You weren't going around and spreading that seed literally everywhere. Now we've lost that religious route. There's not very many religious people in general anymore. I feel like we're very few and far between. And so now they're giving into their urges, and so there's that too. So it's kind of like it's like a little bit of a catch-22 because
I
there is
feel
a
like
biological thing for it, but it's also we used to have restraint and morals and values, and that's everybody really, but yeah.
I feel like those like maybe it's more of like a European thing because I don't know necessarily if this was like an Asian culture, but there was not as many contraceptives,
Yeah. Oh,
right?
that too. Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
We didn't have condoms even back then or
Birth
used
control was
condoms.
nothing. So like women had to be choosy way back in the day. I mean, other than like listen, men had to be choosy for their women, right? Fathers had to be choosy for their daughters because there was no contraception, there was none of that, right? So you had to be
Mhm.
choosy, right? You had to
And
make
your
sure that the woman,
value is
yeah,
in your
a valued
virginity.
guy, a high value man or a man of value, pick one, kind of thing. They had to, your father chose for you. Then we kind of lost that, a little bit. And then now we have birth control and all that stuff, and it doesn't matter. We don't have to be choosy. And that's where everything is just going so
Southern
bad.
Belle, do you know the percentage of efficacy that these sheepskins
The
are?
sheepskin condoms are
Yeah,
in?
there was I remember
What?
hearing about it, but I don't know the efficacy of it. So I
Well,
didn't
now
wanna bring
I'm
it
gonna
up.
Google sheepskin
Yeah,
condom.
and this is sad that people use abortion as birth control these days.
Yes,
Like,
awful.
that's dangerous. It's almost like a surgery depending on how far along the baby is, right?
Lambskin condoms.
Oh my god. I feel like we're going down a rabbit hole.
I'm absolutely down this rabbit hole.
Oh god. Yeah, I remember reading about it, I just didn't know specifically.
Lambskin condoms are used just like other types of condoms and are worn over the okay, well that's not helpful. Lambskin. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah,
What is
I
this
don't know how
picture?
old it is.
I don't
I
know.
don't know how
I'm
old.
trying to find out. I've got no history. I'm just getting like advertisements. I didn't know this was a thing. This is very helpful for women in the chat who are allergic to latex. Look this up.
Oh, you're looking at modern day versions.
Well, no, I just Googled sheepskin condoms and okay, maybe I need to rephrase this. How
Historical history
sheepskin
of sheepskin.
condom? I could
Yeah.
spell history. There we go.
History.
Condoms made from the bladders and intestines of lambs and other animals have been around for thousands of years. Despite their
Thousands.
ability to prevent pregnancy and provide natural, more intimate feel, lambskin condoms began to lose popularity after the invention of latex. Listen, why? Again! natural animal stuff versus fake stuff. Please explain it to me. Anyway.
What do you mean? Explain the use of it?
No, and why we're throwing away natural animal stuff, like, right? Like, people are replacing real meat
Oh,
with fake meat.
it's cheaper to
Oh,
produce
yeah.
latex. It's way cheaper. You know how many you'd have to kill to produce the amount of condoms people use today?
Well,
Just
we're
saying.
killing them anyway for their wool and their meat, so why not?
Those are going
Okay,
probably to sausage, to be honest.
when were lambskin condoms were used in the 1640s?
Well, but also lambskin condoms, like how long would they last? The expiration date would be way sooner too.
Well, that's facts.
Yeah.
Listen, this right here is the origin of the sloot. 1640s. Some researchers believe that farmers in Condom, France, it's a real city, began using sheep guts as external condoms, possibly the origin of the lambskin condom, as well as the device's eponymous name. That is amazing. Thank you. Shout out to Southern Belle or Southern Silver Bells. All of the bells. Shout out to y'all. That was
Oh
awesome.
my god, Nomi, you're hilarious.
Freaking French.
Oh my goodness.
Crocodile dung IUDs were used in ancient Egypt.
Ew. No, thank
What?
you.
Are the Egyptians okay?
The Egyptians did some weird stuff.
They
It's
really
fine.
did with the
You know what?
mummifying.
They were closer to the aliens than we ever will be.
Paul said, "See my post." Hold on. Oh, here we go. The condoms used in ancient Rome were made of linen and animal, sheep and goat. See, this just seems much
Like,
more.
is that like
safer.
expensive though? I feel like only rich people did it.
Does it? Don't go in Google Images. I kind of want to go in Google Images. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, well, don't show them here.
I
Oh,
don't think I
Southern
can.
Silver Bells is Southern Belle. Okay. Hi.
Oh, okay. Hi. Thank you. I thought it was, but then I saw the silver and I was very confused.
Yeah, and your picture is just the letter. We were confused.
They're so old. How crazy. They're intact though.
I
mean,
cannot wait for
the
your
casing on it.
advertisements after all the searching.
I'm legit. Look, Trojan sells natural lamb, real skin to skin.
How expensive is it?
Latex free.
How expensive is it?
I don't know. Let's click. Natural skin condoms. Yeah, but are you a lamb condom? I'm confused. YouTube is gonna be like,
This girl, we got to make sure to watch out for her around lambs.
what? This is natural skin condoms. What does this mean to me? Natural lamb. Does this mean it's made from lamb? Or okay, you know what? Watch this. I'm gonna Google it right now. Lamb. Let's see what Amazon says here.
Yeah, her ads are gonna be totally off. Natural lamb is good stuff. Had to use, oh my god, in college because that woman I was with was allergic to latex.
See, okay, so there's more than one of us. That's exciting. Okay, so if this is actually made, it says natural lamb. If it's actually made lambskin condom from Trojan, it's 15. This particular one is a $15.34 for 3 condoms.
Wow, it's so expensive to have the sexy time.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an actual lamb or not. I can't find real lamb ones, but
Wow.
also another latex-free brand that's pretty good is Skin, SKYN. Skin.
Can you imagine because someone in the chat, so Frank was like, so not vegan? You're a vegan and you're allergic to latex.
And you have to use a lamb condom. Oh my God.
They're not cheap, but they work. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I did not think we were going to talk about this today.
Well, there you go, Stanky. And this is, look, listen, let's just circle back to the most important thing here. I don't use them. If I'm not willing to get my partner pregnant, then it's not worth it. Thank you. Ladies.
Yep.
And men. Listen, y'all, we all in general need to get it together.
I won't lie. Before a meetup, I feel like I would probably use one because I'd want to not be preggers.
We as women just need to stop sleeping with men that are going to be terrible dads. It's just what it is.
Yeah. Stop sleeping with terrible men. Be more self-respecting and wear more self-respecting clothes.
Trojan natural lamb is made of lambskin. So yes, natural lamb. You're looking at 15 and some change US dollars for 3 condoms.
Wow.
If you want a full box, it's like $50.
My
But hey,
God.
there you go.
Hey, as a woman, if you were to go out into the world and want one night stands and you're allergic to latex, girl, you better be bringing the condom. What? Yeah. Oh my God. Front porch. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. This is so funny.
Some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Ooh. Yeah, flick of the bean.
Oh boy.
So that happened.
Is candy rinse and repeat? I don't know. I don't think they're reusable. But these ones, if you Google it, listen, if you Google them and you go look at the pictures, they're intact. Like these old ones they found are still intact, which makes sense to me because the skin on the intestine, is pretty thick. But what do I know? I don't know. I know nothing. It's fine.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. We went down a lamb hole. We went down a lamb hole. Not a rabbit, a lamb.
Jeepers.
Maybe the Asians went down the rabbit hole. Who knows? So, anyways.
Yeah, front porch wins. Comment of the month. Win. Google it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Pick your partner and be picky. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
The 3 Ps.
Yeah.
Picky.
Because
I always think
it doesn't matter what you do. You are going to be stuck with this human being for 18 years at the very least, and then some. And then some. For the rest of your life, really, realistically.
Yeah.
So you better at least be able to work well together. Oh my God.
Listen, but really, if you use these, does it give a whole new meaning to like being basted or no? Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna stop.
The sauce? You don't need salt after that. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I swear I'm done.
Good night, Jonathan.
Good night. I'm so sorry that
Roto, you're coming in at the end, Roto. You gotta go back and watch.
At least 5 minutes ago. At least 5
about
minutes.
lambskin condoms. Listen, I knew they had oh my God.
Okie says Mary had a little lamb.
We're all gonna need to do at least 3 Hail Marys tonight. All of us.
Yup. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll end the show here.
Oh my God.
What? Would that? Oh my God.
Would that be called a rack of lamb? Why not?
God.
Why not? Let's go with it. A pound of lamb.
Wow. and then your lube can be called the mint sauce instead.
Oh Jesus, help me.
This face is white as snow. Wow. Okay, so Tux, do you have anything coming up?
Not anymore.
Maybe someone could send Tug some lambskin. They're pretty expensive, so it'd be nice to get.
Good Lord. Jesus, help me. No, I don't have anything important. Nothing specific coming up.
Okay.
I have to stream when I can stream. I know I've not been streaming. Look, listen, I'm just gonna say this now. No, I've not been streaming as much as I normally do. I apologize. But I'm not all that. I'm sorry, but not all that sorry. As some of you may know, the boyfriend moved in, so I've got him home and want to spend as much time with him as I can before he goes to work next year. So we'll figure out a schedule at some point. But
yeah, it'll get there. She's in transition. She's in transition.
I'm transitioning, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm transitioning to wife mode.
Yeah.
So be patient.
Gotta make dinner. Gotta make dinner.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna be on midweek hump. It'll be on Shagsworth channel. Shagsworth. So find me there. It's with Horror Amarada and Sheep City and Shagsworth.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
I love them.
It'll be kind of fun. This is my first time on it, so it'll be good. And then
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Depending how late.
We do. Look, listen, we always start out with good intentions and then it just goes off the rails. It's fine.
It happens. It happens to all of us, not the best of us. But yeah. I'm on Locals, Rumble, and YouTube. Find me there. That's it. That's all I got. Hugs is gonna get some lamb tonight.
If you would like to,
Bah.
Tori, you absolutely can. I get it. I get it. I'm gonna try and go live again this weekend. I just don't know when yet. Maybe Saturday.
I'm gonna send you right before I go to bed sheep. Duke is gonna think it's for
I'm
sleep,
gonna
but
count
that was
them.
for sleep. Eggplant sheep. Wow.
We're not sorry.
You
We're
guys
not.
enjoy this, okay? You guys enjoy this. We know you do.
Oh, you're gonna want to go back at least 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Welcome in.
When
Thank you for being
sheepskin
here.
condoms became a subject. Blah.
They're biodegradable. It's fine.
All right. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. This was a great one. Next week, is it almost Christmas, eh?
Yeah, so
Oh yeah.
should we
That'll be
wear
the
Santa
Christmas
hats?
episode.
Should we wear Santa hats?
I think we should. We're gonna have to be
Of course.
festive. Chat, you have to come in with festive. I will have a Christmas themed episode of what? I have no idea. We'll find out day of.
What not to do at
Yeah.
Christmas the first time.
But yeah.
Kinda.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
Bye guys.